Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to review the Air Jordan 1 by Union LA in the BlackToe colorway. These sneakers are a product of a collaboration between Union Los Angeles, which is a streetwear boutique, and the Jordan Energy team. If you're not familiar with this Energy team, it's kind of like a special projects teams inside of the Jordan brand that creates what they call energy releases. They drop two colorways of the shoe, the BlackToe, which we have here, and then the Storm Blue along with an apparel line. The concept was led by the owner Chris Gibbs, and we see a reflection of his love for all things vintage, and he even launched a campaign with a video taking place at the Rose Bowl in California, where they had set up a tent and these guys were selling Union Jordan 1. At the time nobody had seen them yet and they were selling them for $80. This shoe represents the Jordan 1 and the person who loves it too much that they would repair them after they broke. So as we can see, this kind of a mashup of the top part of the shoe and the bottom part of another shoe. As I mentioned before, this collaboration dropped in two different colorways, so each pair it has a combination between this, the BlackToe, and the Storm Blue. It is clear that Chris Gibbs wanted to go with a vintage feel and replicate like an older worn look and feel as the 85 OG. Taking a look at the box, you can see they use some of the old school branding ads from the Just Winging It, from the Air Jordan 2, ads from the Jordan 11, and sketches from the 3. In general, this is what they call the energy box, that mixes up a bunch of different Jordan boxes together. So obviously you will see here this part of the traditional box that you get when you get a pair of Air Jordan 1s. But then at the front of the box you see it has that flap that exposes a little bit of the box. So that's from the Air Jordan box, and taking a look of the side of the box, it has the little ring, which is something that the Air Jordan 11 box has on it. So even in the details on the box, we are able to combine and bring different hints of the Jordan boxes to create this cool one box. Inside the box, we see this tissue paper. It actually has sketches on the paper where they came from. The design session and are actually done by Paul Sabovici, that works at Jordan Brand. So when he met with Chris Gibbs' team and the Jordan Brand team, this is what they came up with. In these sketches, they showed us about some of the details that you'll see on the shoe, such as the laces are going to be stitched together, has the OG Air Jordan 1 bottom, the energy box lid, the people that were there, the materials that they use on the swoosh, what the midsole would like, how the leather would feel. In general, we can see how they went into this much detail, trying to show us that they really thought about this storytelling and how this story will come across to us. With that being said, let's take a look at the sneaker. So, as I mentioned, first thing of the bat, the shoe is two different shoes from the 1985, But thinking about this colorway, the BlackToe introduces the white and gray colorway on the top, as well as the BlackToe colorway of the shoe, and combines two colorways together. When Chris Gibbs was thinking about how he was going to make this Air Jordan 1, his top process was he wanted to find someone that loved the Air Jordan 1 so much that they started stitching together their different pairs when those pairs would fall apart. So in this story, the Jordan 1 white and gray from the 1985 fell apart, but the BlackToe version was still okay, so he took the upper of the white and gray model and stitched it to the upper of the BlackToe model. Some of those details came out really well, and we can see what Chris Gibbs wanted to give us with this shoe, the vintage worn look, and he was able to achieve that, with some yellowing and some frying and things like that. So first we see that they frayed the ankle collar here, so this is suede, but it's frayed up, look like it's been old or it's been worn, keeping with that worn sort of feel. We have the tongue here, which has been yellowed a little bit, but it's also have the foam coming out of the tongue. Another cool detail on the tongue, we have the classic Nike Air tab. If you look at the toe box and all the leather on the shoe, you see that there is a bit of yellowing on the inside, and that's to mimic the yellowing that happens to your shoes. Obviously from a shoe of 1985 would be a yellow a little bit, and in some of the actual images that they show up from the archive, wasn't even yellow, but just like dingy gray color. So the yellowing is kind of what we associate with aging, especially when it comes to the midsole, giving them an off-white yellowish sort of look. They wanted to make sure that they got some really soft, good leather on this, and I think that's what accounts for part of the price jumps. Usually these are $160, and when I say this, I meant the Air Jordan 1s, but this pair was $190 for the collaboration, so just got a bit of a price jump there, but I think totally worth it. Another cool detail is the hand tag that has the Jumpman logo in one side and the Union Los Angeles in the other side. On the ankle area of the shoe, we see the giant Air Jordan Wings logo that extends beyond the blue stitching, so it's kind of overlaps. For the upper, we have the Nuvox swoosh, super smooth, and we're back again to the ankle area where we can see the Union LA yellow tab underneath the Wings logo, which for my opinion is the cherry on the cake for this pair of sneakers. And just to conclude, on the inside of the shoe, the insoles, we have the sketches similar to those on the tissue paper that is inside the box. They come with two sets of laces. They have a yellow pair, and they also have another for black and tan pair. The yellow pair actually matches the Union LA tab and the yellowing details around the shoe. This is just a really beautiful shoe. In my opinion, Jordan Brand, Energy Team and Union, they really execute this collab in an amazing way, as we saw all the details that they printed on these shoes. So thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what do you think about this collaboration. Thanks for watching.